Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Shakespeare, Return Citizens Truth.
First of a lifetime, Odysseys from Incarceration to Freedom. We at Marin Shakespeare's Return Citizen Theater Troupe love to do life story theater.
Life Story Theater.
Yeah, what do we love about life story theater?
Hey,
Tony?
it's your story. It's the truth.
It's the truth, yes.
And we're standing on business about it too.
We sure do.
Hi.
So my name is Soraya,
My name is Tony.
and we are very excited to have you all here for this opening night performance. By the way, there is a lot going on here at this beautiful space, so check out the schedule on Marin Shakespeare, including in the month of February, we have Menopause Monologues and the Epic of Gilgamesh. So that'll be next. Anything else you want to say?
How about we bring out the folks and let them do that?
Yeah, how about we bring out our folks and do that? Oh, and by the way, our show runs 90 minutes, no intermission, so enjoy the journey. Thank you for coming. Welcome everyone to AMP, the Ancient Modern Podcast. I am your hostess, the goddess Athena, and tonight we have a special podcast episode for you where we will be exploring myths in modern world. Tonight we'll be using the myth of Odysseus. And so I'm excited to welcome our 5 panelists, all who have traveled the tombs of Hades. Now, what stories will be told? What lessons will be learned from traveling those tombs? We shall find out. But first, I want to invite each of our panelists to introduce yourselves. Please.
My name is Thelonious, and I spent 26 years in Hades' bowels, only to have to think and fight my way out.
My name is Philippides, and I escaped the bowels of Hades. I had to grab onto the small intestine of freedom. Through this journey, I felt determined, discouraged, and excited. But this allowed me to escape the tight sphincter of death.
My name is Pamela, and for 5 years I fought down in Hades. And if it wasn't for the other women fighting in Hades with me, I don't know that I'd have made it out alive.
Athena, mine is the cautionary question. Can a monster go home again? I donned many masks and played many roles while I was in the bowels of Hades. And I always asked myself, what mask must I don to go home?
Thank you, Hyrax. Wow, I love your questions. Can a monster go home, and what mask must I don? Love to ask our group to respond to those questions, but first, Ajanius, will you introduce yourself?
Hi, thank you, Athena. Ajanius here. My Cyclops cave was Hades for me. And the Cyclops, in the adventure of Odysseus, he devoured some of Odysseus' crew. I didn't want that to happen to me. So like Odysseus, I took the same plan, disguising myself as one of Cyclops' sheep in order to make it out of there.
Wow, that sounds like it must have been pretty hairy to have to disguise yourself as a sheep. Anyhow, I would love to return to Hyrax, your question. Can a monster go home? Ajanius, you were just speaking. What do you think about that?
Again, Odysseus is my role model. He got home because he depended upon his goddess to get him home. So yeah, with the help of a goddess, a monster can get home too.
Anybody else want to respond? Can a monster go home?
In the 80s, you know, I noticed Kraken heads. When they would come, they were considered monsters, you know.
True.
And when they would transform, they were no longer Kraken heads.
Kraken heads.
Kraken heads.
Release the Kraken.
Thank you, Thelonious. Euripides?
I tend to think maybe the monster never had a home. I mean, he can create that new home that he has found. But how can he go back to something he never had?
Thank you. Interesting. And Pamela?
Well, I think the monster, being the one that maybe legends and mythical times, you talk about Medusa, and she was the one that you did not want to look in the eye of that monster, and you fought with your shield to keep yourself alive. But after you left that monster, you could leave that shield behind you.
Wow. Thank you, Pamela. Now, would anyone else like to share anything before we launch into our odysseys?
San Rafaelians, please turn off your phones, put them on silent if you would. Please bear with us as we bare our hearts, that we might all share in the light of this shared sojourn.
Thank you, panelists.
I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm very much excited. You see, in the morning, I'll be paroling after 26 years. Oh, but tonight, the fellas are throwing me a spread. They're breaking out the finest of the finest. And this isn't a spread to say, hey, homie, we sure appreciated seeing you up in here with us, cuz. No, this spread was to say, motherfucker, we better never see your ass back up in here. Don't worry about that, homie. I won't. And I mean, they broke out the finest of the finest, you know. They got roast beef over rice, chili, and nachos with the O'Brien sausage cut up in there, you know. And I made the tuna. That's my specialty. You ain't had my tuna? And here come old stingy ass Steve. He even got a box of minute rice. We just play when we call him Stingy Steve, you know. It was a moment. So, after the spread has been eaten, so it's time for me to give away some of my property, you know, things that will be better utilized, left behind, like my TV, some of my self-help books, and the rest of that canteen. You can have it. 9 o'clock rolls around, it's lights out. You ain't got to go to sleep, but you got to get off the day room floor. Like I said, cool by me. I'm out of here in the morning. So I sleep, ready roll, like the thinking man. Cyprian D 37875, report to R&R. For For those of you who can remember Maxwell Smart when those doors are closing behind you. I'm out of there. Straight to R&R I get. Receiving and release. And I'm on the release end this time. Change into my dress outs. There's about 6 of us in there, you know. They usher us onto the van. Cop says, all right, when we get to the base of the tower, you'll step off the van, you'll give some information to the guy at the base. Yeah, first name's Tony. He hands me an envelope, and inside is $200. So, we get back onto the van, and he says, does anybody have a ride? He's driving the van. All right, we'll drop you off at the visitor room parking lot. There my wife is, snapping pictures of this she were paparazzi. And I'm walking briskly towards her, you know. Just on the cheek real quick. Come on, babe, hurry up before they say we made a mistake. So we get in the car, driving down the road. Oh, 7-Eleven. Hey, babe, stop. Let me go up in there real quick. I go up in that 7-Eleven, get a pack of Big Red gum. I haven't had this gum in 26 years. And I'll be damned if I'll be denied it right now. Back to the car I go. Driving. Oh, babe, Target. A little bit more. Come on, man, I gotta go in here. Oh, the door's open. And the first thing I noticed is how big that damn shopping cart is. It was bigger than the 6 cubic feet of space I just had in prison. Down the aisles I go. Socks, drawers, and t-shirts. Oh, yes, I need that. And some of those and some of them. There goes that $200 gate. So back in the car we go. And my wife says to me, so what do you want for dinner? She about stumped me with that one. For 26 years, nobody has asked me what I want for dinner. Then she says, I know. Drive to the market. The door is open, and I am immediately transfixed on all of that produce. There's a host of different oranges. You got a bumpy face orange, a smooth orange, a navel orange, and at the top I even see a blood orange. And I swear, I can hear them damn oranges speak to me. You might be asking, why is he so fixated on all that citrus? For the past 10 years, I haven't had an orange. They've been banned in the California Department of Corrections. Something about Pruno. I know nothing about it. And I swear, I heard that navel orange say, what you looking over here for? You can't afford me. Then I heard the little bumpy face orange say, get your eyes off of me. Who was you? Then I heard the little blood orange say, blood, don't be looking over here like you can buy me. Look like you just got out the joint, blood. So I'm thinking, I'm the only person in this store who's probably just gotten out of prison after 26 years today. Then I'm looking around, and I see the ink work. Oh, I know this ink work. I know you guys are used to seeing tattoos out here with all the colors and the waves and all that. No, I know that work. That's prison ink. Melted clocks and guard towers. Hey, homie, you work here? Oh, me, I said? Hell yeah, I work here, homie. They know about your past? Hell yeah, homie, I got out of Pelican Bay like 5-6 months ago, I said.
No shit. Damn. I walked away from him thinking, if he can get a job, so can I. Get to the checkout. And it's not like in prison where all 300 men are waiting to get into one little window, 13 by 13. Nah, there's checkout line all the way to 12. And somebody's on the end bagging my groceries. Damn, this shit is cool. So, check out, get back in the car. We're driving. And we get to a red light. I see a guy outside the car with a sign that says, anything will help. My wife reaches into the cup holder, pulls out a handful of change, tried to give it to the guy, and he gets a phone call. He says, I'm thinking, if he got a phone, I got to get one. So we continue our drive. And my wife was pointing out various things in the neighborhood. Oh, that's where Mike lives, and that's the Freddy's house, and oh, right there's, and here we are, in the woods, at the edge of the forest. I get out, I'm looking around, like, damn, I really live in a motherfucking forest. Go in the house. Wife says she'll make the dinner. You might be asking, what did she make, Tony? Well, I'll tell you in a minute. So, we eat up. I'm sitting there having steak and lobster with a glass of wine. This is some grown folk shit. I've never had wine with a meal before. Now, I'm not saying I never had wine. I'm saying I ain't never had wine with a meal. That's grown people stuff. I left the streets when I was 17. I came back at age 43. Oh, man. So, after we eat, my wife says, you want to get further acclimated? Hell yeah, I do. Take out the garbage. I grab that garbage bag, I wrap it up, I throw it over my shoulder, and I go. No more than 8 feet away from me is a 10-point buck. Looking at me, look at him. Now, if this would have been on a prison yard, me and this buck would have problems. Now, I speak gangster. I'm very fluent in Creole. I speak a little blood. I understand a little ese cholo vato loco. I don't speak biker, but I understand it. But I definitely don't speak buck. So I close that door. And I call out to my wife. I said, babe, somebody's here to see you. She opens the door. She grabs that trash bag and she walks right past that buck. I said, when did she learn how to speak buck? And she comes back and the buck hasn't moved. He's just still staring at me. And she comes back and she said, you don't have to trip, you know. That's just one neighbor coming to greet you. And I'm thinking to myself, I met my first buck. I had my first glass of wine. I met my first blood orange on my first day. Shit, what is tomorrow gonna bring me?
This story begins 30 centuries before I was lost for 30 years behind the walls of California's prisons. Another man's history, written as an epic poem, is a terribly high mark to aim for. A computer keyboard was my bow, and these words my arrows. Odysseus of Ithaca, famous for his quest, a hero searching for a way home to his Penelope. I strongly identified with this quest. I hope mine would end the same. This day, the day of my release, began before sunrise. It was 4:30 a.m. and I heard the jingle keys.
You ready?
Standing by! So this guard escorts me to R&R, where I'm supposed to be processed for my parole. We get there, and they tell me I can't bring out my property. We're allowed 6 cubic feet of property. And they freeze my books 4 days before I parole, and I can't carry my boxes out with me. Luckily for me, I had a friend working in R&R. Hey, Ken!
Hey, John.
Hey, brother, I need some help, man. They're just telling me that I can't take out my property, bro. Could you mail them to me?
Yeah, you didn't see the notice on the. Don't worry about it. Hey, congratulations, bro. Give me this stuff. Listen, way to go. Consider this my present to you. Have a good life, man. Have a good life.
Much love, brother. Much love. The sun was rising by the time I was finished processing. There was a van waiting outside of R&R. I walk into the van, and it drives to the east gate of San Quentin, and I'll walk through the gate. And who do I see? A friend, Philippides. A man I worked with soundboard. I worked the big screen so people could follow along and respond to the Catholic Mass. It was a place where we could associate in spite of the racism in San Quentin. And he became a very good friend to me. And now he's the first person waiting for me outside the gate when I didn't expect anybody to see me. How did you know to be here?
Well, Kim told Mike. Mike told Thelonious. Thelonious told me. Then the brothers all banded up to welcome our brother back home.
Where do we go next? Oh, your car. We got into his car. I don't remember what kind.
Well, first, we're going to eat breakfast.
Wow. Minutes away from San Quentin's front gate at Larkspur Landing. At Larkspur Landing, my friends are there waiting in the parking lot. Thelonious and Hirax.
You're this motherfucker. That hair. Get your ass over here. Oh, boy, welcome home, homie.
Okay.
You got flavor saver there?
Yeah.
Hey. Oh, whatever.
Hirax, brother, who worked in the kitchen. He had the ice hustle, right? He'd fix the freezers, and it was a perk of the job. It was a perk of the job for him to bring back ice. He didn't get rich. And Thelonious, he was a brother who, with others, founded the San Quentin Trust, a self-help organization inside, now outside. I had no idea these guys would be there for me. And then they insisted I have something to eat. Except they're all in their phones.
Oh, man. Call TV, bro.
Oh, Priya.
Exactly.
Man, we can get his ass out of that bullshit ass 7-step program.
That's what I'm saying. Look,
That would be the best. If we can get that.
Little did I know they were planning my future for me. And it was all planned out, but I didn't know what was going on. I just wanted some free food. So where do we go for breakfast here, man? I want some,
What do you want for breakfast?
an omelet, bacon, toast, coffee,
Well, it's yours.
and orange juice.
Orange. What are you, part of the astronaut program?
Give us a lot, fellas.
All right. Breakfast is on me, bro.
Well, of course.
I get you the orange juice. I get you the orange juice.
The one with the best job.
Eventually, we all had to go our own way except for Philippides. He was going to drive me down to San Francisco State University. He knew it was my dream to be a student there. But first, he had more to tell me about Priya's house.
We got better plans for you than the Freedom Project. They got some drama situations going on over there. If we don't take you right over to the transitional house and fill out the paperwork, it won't take you so long to get out. So we'll stay on the road, hitting your beach, and go to San Francisco State University.
Excellent.
Excellent.
There we are, driving down to San Francisco State University. I had a friend inside when we were doing a show about Odysseus Inside. He said, John, now badass Odysseus would just go with the flow and accept the honor of the gift his friends were preparing. Thanks,
Hey, this is the Great Highway.
What about?
You know why they call it the Great Highway?
No?
If you drive at 30 miles an hour for 2 miles, you hit every green light with synchronous perfection.
You know, he was right. And somebody still managed to rear-end me a couple of years later. Thanks, brother.
No problem.
We gotta, get out here with San Francisco State. So at San Francisco State, I got to meet more people I knew from inside. One of them was Jason Bell at Project Rebound. In 2008, he wrote the first letter of support I ever received for my parole. And so I was determined that would be my first stop that day, and Philippides made that possible for me, along with some other people. And then my first academic advisor that day was Doris, a fantastically attractive, auburn-haired nurse I knew from inside. She was a volunteer with the Trust too. And I thought maybe she'd be my Penelope. Let's see.
First, we have to get you an email address.
She's all business. Okay.
Just fill out the boxes.
Okay, open a Google account. It says my name is already taken.
Take it easy. You can make another one.
I knew I didn't want to waste time ever again, and if I didn't irritate her, maybe I had another shot at her. Okay, let's get this done. How about poetneblet@gmail.com? I loved that alliteration. I knew it would stand out. And then finally, the place that had been prepared for me by my friends was waiting, and I got there to Priya's house. And there I see her, beautiful girl in a sundress and a hat.
Hi, John.
Hi, Priya.
Welcome.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
Obviously, not my Penelope.
Hey, John. See you, buddy.
Where will I find her?
Hello? Dad? Hi. Yeah. Well, my counselor told me that you denied parole to your house. Did you say no? Oh, I understand. The parole officer scared him. Well, can you please just try to find me anywhere? I mean, I just want to come back home to California so bad, Dad. Please. Miss Keene, have a seat. Because your father denied the housing for your parole, we're going to have to send you to a treatment center and start your interstate compact all over again. We're going to put you in a treatment center in the south side of Chicago. A lockdown? Wow, that seems extreme. Well, I thought this day would never come. My one day and a wake up. Maybe I'm not ready to leave. I mean, I already missed my friends and I'm not even gone yet. BB, Pee-wee, and Puff. Who would have ever thought I could have made friends in a hellhole like this? And now all I know is I'm going to a lockdown center. I wish my dad would have. Forget it, man. It's useless. It just is what it is, I guess. Well, I don't know what I should keep. Guess I'll donate my TV, my hot pot. I'm gonna keep those mattress toppers because no telling what kinds of bedding they have at that treatment center. And the fan, I'm keeping because it's Illinois, July in Illinois. Wow, $72 and a little change. That's all I had on my books and all I get because Illinois is broke. Well, at least I've got freedom. But they didn't charge me for the bus ticket, so that's a good thing too. But how am I supposed to navigate the rest of my life after prison with just now just walk across the street, you'll see a bus station, get on that bus, and don't come back here. That's it? That's how I navigate the rest of my life after prison? I want to be back in there with my friends, eating something, or even going to chow. How weird is that? Oh my God. Huh. Subway sandwiches! I've been dying for one of these. Oh my God, it's all I've ever been dreaming about, is having a Subway sandwich. Oh. Feel like I stick out like a sore thumb. Full sweat outfit in the middle of July. Feel like everybody can see me down to my state-issued granny panties and bra. Oh, it's so hot. Oh, that Subway lady, I think she knows. Hi, hon. What can I get you? Okay, well, I got a budget. I wanted to water for the ride, and that cookie looks pretty good, too. Okay. I'll have the Parmesan bread. No lettuce, just lots of spinach. Great, thanks. Turkey. No cheese. No, pickles, don't forget those. Pepperoncinis. Yeah. Olives. Ooh, lots of those. Do you still do that little oil and vinegar thing? Yeah, I like that. Salt and pepper, too. Looks delicious. And don't forget my cookie. Please don't forget the cookie. I mean, white chocolate macadamia nuts? Ridiculous. Well, $63.45 left. I just got pockets, no purse. I really don't have anything. I guess I'll put my bills in my bra. I mean, I really don't have anything. I feel homeless. And I am. How did I get here again? Oakland Airport. Oh God, it's good to be home again. There's my dad, prompt as usual. He just loves his little BMW. He's always in it telling me, they don't make cars like this anymore. Real wood interior, as he's rubbing the wood. It's a real luxury car. He seems smaller than I remember. Maybe it's in his stature. I don't know. It seems to be slumping, like more than I remember. Some things haven't changed. His baseball cap is still the Giants. Wait a minute. His skin looks better than mine. I think he's had some work done. He's never going to admit to that, but he sure is quick to ask. Pamela, did you want to go get yourself some hair color? Do I look that bad? No, I just thought I'd lift your spirits, that's all. Right. Well, it's D-Day. and I've got to go to the house of the holy. Women on the way. Dad got me in here, but he didn't tell me that there was one twist. That it was a Christian home. And I'm Jewish. He told me I have to go to church every Sunday, but I don't want to go to church. Now, I'm standing there, and I don't want to be here. Looks like a great place, kid. Good luck. And he's gone.
I know it was the blood. I know it was the blood.
Oh, Jesus.
I know it
They're
was
singing
the
about
blood
Jesus.
for me.
It
Yeah.
hurts me because my dad finds this shit funny. I don't like this uncomfortable part of the journey where you have to get used to new people all over again. I just came from living with a lot of women twice. I don't want to live with another bunch of women. It's like going from institution to institution and to yet finally another institution. But the girls, they didn't miss a beat. Hey, try these on. They look like they'll fit you, these pants. And yeah, here, try these couple of shirts. Wow, thanks, guys. Then clothes, they just went into their closet and they started flying out everywhere. And I mean, whoa! There were so many clothes. And I was so thankful because I really didn't know how I was going to dress. I had no clue. I've been in adult Garanimals with 800 other women. And but there's something happening. It's very peculiar. I've been living the last 12 years on the streets, in and out of jail, unavoidably prison. And it's like a gift, an unspoken gift, that I would allow someone, because I am so stubborn, and not just someone, but 5 other someones, to help me, to restore me, and to guide me. The women and I, we were very close. It was like a bond that never got broken. And one morning, I wake up. It's Sunday. Everybody's singing again. But they actually put me in a van and haul my ass to an actual church. They're praying and worshiping and praying blood on me. I don't know what that's about. I hope these women are okay. Now they're dropping like flies to the left, to the right, me on the ground. Oh my God, wait, hold on, body check. No, I don't feel faint. Is there something wrong with me? So we go back to the house and I'm sitting in my room, vertically reading my Torah. And the girls, they asked, what is that you read every morning? I said, it's my Torah. You know, the Old Testament, the first 5 books of Moses. They said, girl, go find yourself a temple or something. Well, I love that. And great, I finally felt comfortable in my own skin. So I called the rabbi, wondering what a perfectly good synagogue would want with a corrupt Jewish girl like me. He told me, don't worry about what you did in the past. Think about what you get to do now. And those girls and I had a little prayer when I came down to go to their house, and Dad left me there. And I begged God to just make me one friend. Let me make one friend there. And I don't know what got into me, but Regardless, I spilled the beans. I said, on my way here, when my dad left me here, I said I was praying to God, and I asked him to just let me make one friend. And I guess he showed up and showed out, because I didn't just make one friend. I gained 5 sisters. And that bond today is still as strong as ever.
All my friends are heathens, take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse. Good morning. Oops. Good afternoon. And by the looks of some of your bleary eyes, you were either burning the midnight oil or you're freaking hungover. To which, I'm not mad at you. I'm Hyrax. Professor Hyrax. Welcome to How to Survive Prison 101. We are going to be dispelling some myths, and hopefully you, my young friends, will never ever have to face the trauma of actually spending time in a California state prison. So let's get into it, shall we? Now, if you pass this class, 2 things I can guarantee. First, you'll never accidentally drop the soap in the shower. And you will never ever think that you can run up to the big dude in the yard and either sock him or stab him. It's highly frowned upon and will cause dire consequences for the rest of your term. I was sentenced to 25 years to life. My odyssey began when the Trojan horse that was my ego was thrown into the bowels of savagery. But prolific. PROLICU with a Subway sandwich in California. Right now, Firehouse Subways is our sponsor. Now, the Oxford Dictionary defines prolific as a writer, a musician, an animal and or insect who produces a great deal of works. Homer. No, not Homer J. Simpson. No! But Homer of the Iliad and the Odyssey. 2 epic pieces of literature that have forever changed modern literature. Now, in prison, you will come across many, many characters, if you don't understand. But Homer's most epic demigod was Achilles. And he was a badass motherfucker. But he was held by his mother, a siren, and the goddess by his ankles over the river Styx and dipped in. Such a prolific character that one of our vital pieces of anatomy was named by the anatomist, Dr. Philip Van Duren. You ever tried to walk, take off without your Achilles tendon? You can't do it. But I get way ahead of myself. So there I was. Achilles fought an epic battle and destroyed Hector outside of the gates of Troy. And I was carried by my steeds behind a chariot, self-loathing and disdain. Prison. For 10 years, I tried to figure out, of course, how to get out. But in order to get out, you have to figure out the shit that got you in there. So there I was. Self-loathing, pity, couldn't forgive myself. First 5 years. The next 5 years, I figured, well, I've got to change that. How do I do it? Nobody tells you a fucking thing. But I figured, if this is what got me in, maybe course correction. I began taking self-help groups, understood what my victim and the victim's family may have gone through, understood what it was that my crime had caused in a ripple effect to you, the community. They said that I had become invisible. So then, the gates opened. The warden couldn't see me. The COs couldn't see me. My fellow inmates couldn't see me. But most of all, the board of prisons couldn't see who I was. They looked and said that I had potential. So it happened. 2015, March 3rd, 11:30 p.m. They called my name. J5865, Anthony Michael Jefferson, you are being released. I go to R&R. 11:30 a.m., 12 hours later, rolls around, and the prison doors open. And I think to myself, God, I need to be forgiven by the God Poseidon. So there I am, at the Pacific Ocean. I had my pants rolled up to my ankles, Stacey Adams in my hands. Hey, bro! Hey, what you looking at? Why don't you go out and catch a wave or what? The chameleon still lived. 2 days later, I found myself a surfboard, a wetsuit, and there I went. Out to sea if Poseidon could really forgive me. Sat up in the lineup, looked around, and a wave came, and I caught it. Whoop! Yeah, baby! White out. And there I was, luxuriating and having a shower, encrusted salt water come off of me. But I couldn't help but think, could the passerby smell the stench of prison that was still on me? 2 months later, I found myself back in the halls of another institution. The halls of the Cordon Bleu, where George was my guardian angel. Cock oven is what we were prepared. Well, those lessons came to me like they were in me. Chop something up. How do you bake it at 350 for 2 hours? What's the internal temperature? 165. I mean, I'm a brother. I know how to cook chicken. But one day it happened. I'm there, chopping.
dicing onions, dicing garlic, dicing tomatoes. I wasn't using a dice, I was actually using a chef's knife. And she walked in, and it actually made me conscious. I mean, I was sharp. You could actually slice things off of the creases in my pants. My cravat was perfect. But she had broken the rules. She smelled like a goddess. Thank God it was Friday. I didn't have to face the rest of the week with that. But it woke up in me something that I hadn't addressed yet. Was I worthy of love? Or at least affection? I got a text from my partner, So Cold. Meet me at the Hermosa Beach Saloon at 9:15. Now, in the Oxford Dictionary, the Hermosa Beach Saloon shows up as a picture of a dive bar. But there I was, and I couldn't imagine ever being there in the first place. But I walked up to the bartender, checked out what was on the selection. Jose Cuervo, no. Hiorodora, no. Patron, hell no. Clase Azul. Have a Clase Azul? The blue bottle. Yeah. No ice, no salt, no training wheels. My man. This motherfucker put some quarters down here on the pool table, and we'll see what's happening. Well, it doesn't surprise me that he's late. Oh, my man, son! What's up, man? What's up, brother? Man. Hey, look, your text said 9:15. It's 10:15. You make brothers look good.
Well, I see you didn't waste any time getting a drink or a spot on that pool table.
Oh, hell to the no. Hey, so what's happening?
Man, I got good news and I got some bad news. Which one you want to hear first? Hey, the chick I told you about? Yeah, she found out you're a brother and it's cool. But she doesn't believe you're a surfer.
What? So what's bad news?
I gotta bounce, bro.
What?
Yeah, I gotta catch a wave.
Bro, it's 10:30.
And some chick invited me over for Netflix. Later, dude.
Excuse me. Can I buy you a drink? I just got stood up. What did you have? Oh, that woman after my own heart. We have a double here. Remember, no salt, no ice, training wheels. Thank you, bro. So, what you be drinking?
Well, how about this? Of all the creatures that live and breathe upon this earth, none is bred weaker than man. Hey, I'm teasing. Thank you for the drink.
Where's my manners? Where's my manners?
What's your name?
Mine's agent, but what's yours?
Oh, well, first, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm not from around here. In fact, I just moved right down the street, but I've never been here before. Yeah, so this is how I see it. Well, I'll tell you in a sec. I'm very fortunate I get to drink with you, and you are graced with the presence of a siren.
Oh, you're dangerous, all right.
Oh, dangerous. That's the nicest thing anybody's ever said to me since I moved here.
Well, There's something different about you, but I just can't put my finger on it.
Well, maybe if you told me your name, ta-da, I could help a brother out.
Ta-da.
Yeah.
Well, the name's AJ. What's ta-da?
Well, a pleasure to make your acquaintance, AJ.
And
I am the siren. Agalope Mope. But, my family call me Anne Marie. I know. Go figure. I mean, which do you prefer?
oh, that's a trick question.
Well,
I like the way Agalope Mope rolls off my tongue.
you know, you're not the only one. Well, listen, ta-da, I gotta go, but why don't you give me
One
your
and
number?
done?
Yeah, just
You want my number?
easy, sugar, or you just might have the smell of desperation coming up before us, which it's kind of a stench on anyone. Don't you think?
Desperate. Yeah. Hey, call me, right?
Yeah. Call you.
Hello?
Hey there, ta-da.
Agalope!
Yeah, it's me. Thanks for the drink. I was wondering, do you want to come over to my place tomorrow night at maybe 10 p.m. and watch Netflix?
You know, I really love to, but I have a client that I've got to cook a private dinner for that time. Hello? Hello? Oh, damn.
What's up, bro?
Hey, what's up with the dinero?
Nothing, about to go swimming, if you know what I mean. Been a mighty
Man,
long time.
man, I remember my first time. I couldn't even come. I beat the stuffing out that muffin. I was up in that thing for like 3 to 4 hours straight.
Are you serious? She ain't got a chance, you feel me? She in trouble. In fact, she in double trouble.
You better not fall in love with the first piece you get either.
I am the Pharaoh De Niro. Who do you think you're talking to?
You gonna be giving her all your dineros.
Hey, you got me fucked up.
Nah, enjoy yourself. You deserve it.
I'm so proud of you.
You so stupid.
Hey man, my other celly on the other line. I'm gonna give you a ring.
Alright, do your thing. In a minute.
Alright. Hello?
Is that dinero?
The one and only.
How you been doing, bruh? Hey, are you getting me coochie yet?
She is on her way over as we speak, bringing the goods.
You better not fall in love with the first piece you get either, like my boy Twin did.
Why y'all keep saying that?
Because it's true. Motherfuckers be getting ready to walk down the aisle and some bullshit.
Good luck with that one.
Hey, this is big game. Your dick game is probably gonna be a little out of whack.
What?
Nigga, you heard me. Your dick is out of practice.
Man, I'm hearing stories. Niggas out there killing shit. What you mean?
You think it's a game? It's gonna take you like 3 or 4 months to get back.
Huh?
Really like 6 to get all the way back, if you know what I'm saying.
I'm gonna give her 6 hours more like it.
6 hours.
The first one's finna to come and go and leave you before you even know what's happening. You be like, where'd it go? I thought it just ate. No, it's gone. You out of pocket. I'm dead serious.
Hey, you got me fucked up, bro. But I appreciate you, man. And I'm finna go do my Dougie.
Good luck. You deserve it. And you better not fall in love. You heard what I said, nigga.
All right, quit playing with me, bro. I love you.
Love you too. Peace.
I'm so happy to finally hold you and touch you and kiss you.
Yeah, I know. I mean, so glad you're out. 17 and a half years. It's a long time.
Yeah, you think? That thing just been sitting on the shelf.
You're so silly.
Like, no, for real. Picture a penis in a jar, sitting on the shelf for 17 and a half years. No, just sitting there.
Well, I am about to bust that jar open.
No, you're not. You're gonna gently open the jar and handle with care.
Gently, my ass.
You get the hotel in Alameda?
Oh yeah, I told you I did. But
Which one?
well, I changed my mind last minute. I was reading the reviews and somebody complained about their car being bit.
That's all I've been hearing about is that bipping shit. That bipping shit is crazy.
Right? I don't want nobody bipping my little car.
No, we don't need that.
Uh-uh.
I'm finna be the only one breaking and entering around here.
Oh, damn. Don't break it.
I won't break it. All gas, no brakes.
There you go. Well, there's our hotel right there.
It looks nice.
Yep. Got a 4.8 out of 5.
That's pretty good.
So everything's all set up. Just go get the keys.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Oh my God, Pharaoh, you're not wasting any time.
Come on over here. Take them clothes off. We don't need those.
Ooh.
So what's up, bro?
I don't know. It feels weird.
Weird, huh? Because I don't feel anything. You're dead as a doorknob.
Give me a break. What do you expect? You put me on a shelf.
But that's more than enough time to come up with the performance of a lifetime. Well, you let me down up there, but what are you doing? Are you shriveling up? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Give me a break. I haven't seen one of those in a while.
And you won't see one ever again if you don't stiffen up, you soft son of a bitch. I'm not soft.
Try using your mouth more. Maybe that'll help.
This shit better work.
45 minutes later, they walk into Deborah, and Deborah has a smile on her face as Pharaoh is looking dejected.
What's wrong?
What's wrong is my penis is a bitch.
Oh, babe, it's okay. It'll get better. I mean, don't be so hard on yourself.
That's the problem. It's not hard enough.
Well, you made sure I got mine multiple times. I mean, I enjoyed myself.
That's good. But I'm supposed to be pounding this. This motherfucker barely working.
It's all right, babe. Just give it time. It's okay.
Thank you. You're so supportive. Okay, show me you alive, then.
I was better the second time around.
Okay. Better is relative. I mean, if you're bigger than an ant, are you big? So if, on the scope of things, you still came up short. I'm not short. Swear to God you used to be bigger.
Honestly, I think you're right. You know, when you stopped smoking weed, I noticed a difference.
Yeah, I agree with you. But I can't smoke. I'm on parole.
I know.
D-E-E.
What's really real?
Hey man, I'm trying to go to the studio and lay some hits.
Shit, when you trying to do?
Let me see. With work, Monday through Friday, so Friday night to Sunday night?
Friday night is perfect.
Okay. I get off at 5.
Well, there'll be some traffic.
Yeah. So I'll leave 7:30.
Yep,
Get there 8:39.
sound good to me.
Bet. Okay, let's go ahead and make history.
You already know.
I'm gonna hit you up on my way over there.
See you Friday.
All right.
Sometimes you just feel buried alive.
Time after time in my mind, I'm trying to push the casket to the side. Situation drastic in my eyes, I'm buried alive. Oh, complications hit me by surprise. The truth is blindsided by a lie. away in the night, I feel buried alive. I'd be lying if I told you not afraid. All the dishes on my plate, I ain't talking solid steak. No, job got me feeling like a slave, and these bills gotta be paid. And I'm talking about today, now. Keep it honest, I don't see a way out. 2 family members just got put in a graveyard. How you lose your spirit, still being brave? Love was playing me for stupid, but I gotta stay smart. I'm seeing shadows. There's no one in here in my life to oppose. When it's past due, walking through the valley of death, will I pass through? Time after time in my mind, I try to push the casket to the side. Situation drastic in my eyes, I feel buried alive. Complications hit me by surprise. The truth is blindsided by a lie. My funeral is planted in the night, I feel buried alive. Emotions causing commotion, it feels both. Problems are the one, but I've been forced to own them. Have to rearrange my emotions with complicated components. It's hard to be your own man. Family stole money when my mama died. You thought of homicide. What's the memory when your mama go? Street money turned into beat. Only get you where you eat. Only got me wearing prison clothes. I'm seeing shadows. Can someone intervene in these back to those? Thinking that my time may be past through. Walking through the valley of death, will I pass through? Time after time in my mind, I try to push the casket to the side. Situation drastic in my eyes, I feel buried alive. Complications hit me by surprise. The truth is blindsided by a lie. My funeral is planted in the night, I feel buried alive. I feel buried alive. I feel buried alive. I feel buried alive.
I'm out front.
You here already?
Well, what's better than being on time?
Nothing.
You ready?
What do you mean, am I ready?
Just what I said. Hey, I got us a different hotel this time. It's right across the street from the one we've been going to.
Okay.
Supposedly more eco-friendly.
Interesting. How so?
Well, it just like has pet-friendly products, or the rooms are made out of biodegradable resources.
Is that a thing now?
Well, yeah, in some places. I wanted to try it out.
Okay. I'm trying you out.
Ooh, try me out. Hey, I thought I already made the team. In fact, I'm the coach.
Okay. So what you gonna coach me on?
Staying harder, longer.
And how you gonna do that, coach?
By being there when you do it.
Okay. I like that. That's a nice way of saying your sex sucks.
Ah, yeah, it sucks and bucks.
Oh, you're kind of spicy tonight.
Well, why wouldn't I be? Oh, there's our hotel right over there.
Oh my God. Pharaoh.
Deborah, I didn't know it was gonna happen like this.
Oh my God.
Oh, Deborah. Oh, Deborah. I have to say I'm proud of you.
I thought I was the only one that noticed that.
Yeah. Is that the best we ever did?
Oh, we're back to we again now, huh?
Yeah, after that performance, we're locked in for life. So what happened?
Just getting better, I think. You've been eating your vegetables. And those supplements you've been
And
that 1800 Jose Cuervo, that seemed to help too.
Jose Cuervo. Yes, that's a good friend. Yes.
I still think we haven't reached our peak yet, though.
I agree. I want that adolescent.
I couldn't agree more. Just keep practicing, my friend.
You come a long way.
And getting longer!
Of our Ancient Modern podcast. I want to extend a big thank you to our panelists and guests in the studio audience, and also finish with a couple of questions. As we love to go deep in this Ancient Modern podcast, I present 3 questions to you. First, what about your Odyssey is different from the others in terms of the gifts you're bringing back? Second, what lessons have you learned? And third, how have you been changed from your journeys? So, I want to open the floor to whoever wants to share.
Well, I've learned to speak book. My story was that of a first adventure for me, and I wanted to be able to tell the people what a first like was for someone coming home after 26 years. What it felt like. It was amazing, and every day continues to be amazing. I now build robots. So, yeah. That's my adventure. There.
Thelonious. Euripides.
I had to learn to understand and appreciate myself for who I was in that moment as opposed to how I remembered myself. And so just embracing the here and now and continue to use that determination that was necessary to get out of the vows of Hades.
Well, for me, I think a lot of it was about forgiveness, and the biggest forgiveness was forgiving myself and owning that.
Myth number 3 that we're going to bust. Prison is a very polite society, dangerous nonetheless, but a very polite society. For you're dealing with sharks, wolves, and other mythical creatures. If you step on someone's shoes, you will apologize. Out here in society, you can be bumped and be told you're evil, or you might be bullied on social media. In prison, excuse me, yes sir, yes ma'am. In prison, you speak directly, clearly, so that there is no misunderstandings. For misunderstandings lead to violence. Netflix and chill. Over my head. 3 times. But I knew that there was something else out there for me. I just had to be patient.
You know, Hyrax, even though you maybe didn't know what you were turning down with Netflix, I sense there's something greater and more long-lasting in your future.
Well, you happen to be absolutely right. For there is another heart attached to this key, and the lock is in Blockwood, California.
Yeah.
Johnny,
The power of the myths of Odysseus for me are still alive. He had a crew of people. He lost them all before the end, but he understood how important it was to have a crew. And he never stopped thinking about them. They were always in his heart. And so that's what it was for having my friends greet me at the gate. When I got out of the Cyclops cave, I didn't realize that was possible for me. But they did the work ahead of me and made it possible. And I'm happy to support them nowadays. And they've now grown into another group from the Trust. They've gone to Bonafide. So they are Bonafide people helping men from the day they get out the gate all over this state. So between that and still chasing sirens, hopefully I don't get into a wreck.
thank you, Johnny. It sounds like you are spreading love all around, and all of you. And yeah, lastly, as your host, Athena, I want to invite you all on this AMP, Ancient Modern podcast, to remember to
Like,
Subscribe.
Share.
Comment.
Emoji!
and join us next time on the
Ancient Modern Podcast.
Yeah! Woo!